She really wants that purse. She doesn't care if it's pricey or not, she just wants it, and she tells the person on the phone to take care of that. You crazy hag, that's not the right towel for the counter. She can't believe she's paying this woman to do poor work around her house, telling her to bring her some water. She asks if she wants cold water, and she mocks her, saying that she wants hot water on a hot day like that. She keeps complaining about how slow she is at her work, wondering why is she even there, to begin with. As soon as she starts pouring the water, she slips a little, and she stops, saying she'll get her cell phone wet like that. She apologizes, and she calls her worthless, so she tells her to leave, that she doesn't want to keep staring at her face. She finishes her water, saying she can't handle this anymore. She goes to her bedroom, and she can't believe this mess. She starts complaining about everything she sees. Worthless. She calls her maid. She told her already to sort them by color, and she can't believe there are shoes on her bed. She asks if she does that at home, saying that her house must be a litter box. She starts taking her clothes out, telling her to sort them by color this time. She nods and apologizes, saying that she asked her many things at once, so she couldn't do it. She had to cook, wash clothes, and clean the yard. She steps closer, saying she keeps looking at her cell phone instead of focusing on her work. She asks if she wants to keep her job, that she would let her starve. Do it now. By color. Did you understand? She clears her tears from her face, starting her task, wondering why she treats her like that she does everything she tells her to. She remembers her mother's words, that we need to take the opportunities, and she really needs this job. But she doesn't deserve to be treated like that. Nobody deserves it. Minutes later. Her husband comes home, greeting her, and she gladly greets him, asking how he is. He says he's fine, but it seems like tomorrow's event is getting cancelled by the rain. She won't accept that. She tells him to call them, for them to take some measures about it, and that she'll go anyway. He remembers that he didn't ask her to wash his shirt, so she tells him to do it now. He asks if she's there, and she says she's in their bedroom. She stops him from going, asking him what is he going to tell her. To wash my shirt. He goes into the room, greets her, asking how is she. She cleans her tears away, saying that everything's fine. He asks if she's sure about it, and he can see she was crying. She says it's her allergies, but he asks her if she's lying, but she looks down, saying she isn't. He asks if her kids are fine, and she says they are, and that she worries about them. He can imagine that. But then he asks her if she can iron the black shirt that he loves using. And she says she'll do it. She worries about how slow she is, that if she tells him anything. So she decides to go into the room. She asks if he's going out, and they have a lovely conversation that gets interrupted by her immediately. You can see that she looks scared when he tells her about the shirt he asked her to iron. She tells her to clean it and iron it perfectly. He has to go now, and she steps closer, calling her slowly again, asking what's her problem, that the shoes are still on her bed. She says she's tidying up, and she mocks her, telling her to keep her mouth shut. That he thinks she's the nicest boss there is. And if the shoes turn up on her bed once again, she'll fire her for that. That she doesn't pity people like her. That she should keep alert. She goes back to her work, wondering once again why she acts like that. Why can't she be nice like her boss? That he treats her right. Hours later. She gets a call. It seems that someone is feeling worse, and she can't believe this. She's getting worried about him. Her boss sees her on the phone, but she decides to keep her mouth shut for now. Or not. She's waiting for the perfect time to attack. She keeps moving forward, silently, trying to take her by surprise. And as soon as she ends her call, she approaches her, asking her why is she talking on the phone when she should be working. She apologizes for it, but she says that her son is sick and that her mother is taking care of him for now. She mocks her, saying she's always with that pity face around. Now it's her time to get surprised. He notices that they're talking, so he's the one who starts coming around, silently, hearing her say that she'll make up a story to get her fired. He gently sits down, asking her what story is she going to make. She turns around, surprised to see him back so early. He says that he was nearby, and now he asks what is happening there. She tries to think of what she should say, telling him that she was answering her phone, that she came up with a story about her snotty kid. He's not following this lame train of thought. Better. He doesn't understand why is she treating her like that. She says she's only being fair with her. And she asks the woman to tell him. He asks her to tell him how long has she treated her like that he heard everything she said, so she can't deny it. She tries to tell him that she was only telling her to do her job, but he interrupts her, saying that she always did an amazing job. She says that she's the one at home, that she sees her work. He's tired of her act, so he asks her to tell him. She says she treats her like that every day. He can't believe that, and she mocks her once more, saying that she always catches her using her phone, saying that her son is sick or something. If he dies, bury it. Just like that. He tells her that she disappoints him, and he tells his maid that she doesn't have to stand that anymore. He announces that from this day forth, she'll work with him at his company. She thanks him for that, and his wife is happy to see he'll hire someone else to work there. He says that he'll pay her double there so she doesn't have to stand this any longer. She's very grateful to him for this, and he says she can go, that he'll have a talk with his partner. He lets her know that she can take her apron off. She starts taking it off, and he scolds his wife for how she acted. She asks him who's gonna do all the work there, and he tells her to guess. That she'll look good wearing that apron. She says she'll not do it. And he tells her that he's not gonna hire someone else. That if she wants it done, she can go ahead and do it herself. Or else she's gonna lose her husband. She tries to convince him that he misunderstood, but he decides to leave her thinking about what she just did, and how she behaved.